Hello Gemini, and welcome to your monthly horoscope for March. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now, as ever, I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, and then please stay with me. I will then in great detail go through your month, give you all the key dates, the key influences and the key opportunities that you can seize. Now, of course, because you're ruled by the planet Mercury, Mercury's activities are critically important to your monthly prospects. And what I'm going to tell you is that Mercury is passing through 3 zodiac signs this month, in Aquarius, from the 10th Pisces, and from the 27th Aries. What does that mean for you? Well, right at the start of this month, Mercury is aligned to Saturn. So if you're wanting to discuss anything of a legal or a travel nature, or anything about a document or an agreement, or about publishing, or perhaps to do with a website, then a critical phase is reached at that point. But also another highlight for you is that the Sun is aligned to the planet of growth and optimism and good fortune in your sector of success in the first 9 days of this month. And that encapsulates the new moon of the 2nd. So that's really exciting too. But you're going to need to choose your time balance very carefully on the back of the full moon, because there may be something that is really taking up your attention, taking up your time in a big way, and it may be important just to throttle back a little bit from then. But then on the 20th we have the spring equinox, and your future hopes are really going to be emphasized once your ruler Mercury arrives in the sign of Aries on the 27th. So that just gives you a brief overview of what to expect. It's very exciting. There is some other information I need to tell you about the transit between Venus and Mars, but please stay with me for that. Now, if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Every time I drop a video on YouTube, you'll get an alert. Also, if you'd like to get your free daily written horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can do so by clicking on the subscription link beneath this video. I've been writing these for over 25 years, and it will be a pleasure to share them with you. Also, if you'd like to ascend above Zodiac Astrology and embrace the more serious potential in your personal situation, if you order my package of a 12-month forecast and a character analysis, you can get 30% off. Please see the link below for that too. This will give you searing insights into your prospects into the early part of 23, and no 2 reports are the same. So Gemini, as we step into this new month, so you have a collection of energy in the sign of Pisces. Pisces for you is about your role in life. So it can be about responsibilities, obligations, can be about professional considerations, but it definitely can be about our personal goals and ambitions. Having Jupiter aligned to the Sun through the first 9 days is delicious, quite honestly. Jupiter is very buoyant, it gives us a sense of optimism, but also because Jupiter in the sign of Pisces is very much about the spiritual realm, if you do work in an area which is to do with helping people, you're a light worker of some kind, or you teach, or you have ideas you want to share, because Jupiter is very much about publishing, this would be a really enriching time for you. But also we have that new moon on the 2nd. And this new moon is going to give you a lot of opportunity to really think about whether your longer term hopes are being met. And it may require you to be a bit more determined about what you want to achieve, particularly around work. But if you're very much on course with what you're already doing as you come into the month, the fact that Venus, Mars and Pluto come into an exact conjunction on the 3rd could be really fated. It could be fated in terms of finance, to be honest. So maybe something that you're pitching for, a new job, a new client, a new audience, is just perfectly going to come together for you. But also having that alliance of energies in your 8th house can be very much to do with sensuality and connection and devotion. It may be that you're going to have some kind of very, very special moment. Maybe it's someone that you've been getting to know more recently, and you create the space to really take the lead because your leadership skills are to the fore at the start of this month, to create the space to really focus very intently on this opportunity. It could be that you could have a life-changing moment around that time. Now also on the 6th, Venus and Mars, which are in a combination in the sign of Capricorn, and that's why they've linked with Pluto on the 3rd, they move together in the sign of Aquarius, and they're going to be broadly together for the rest of this month. Now, of course, because you're an air sign and the sign of Aquarius is also in the air triplicity, this works very, very well for you. And it's a trine angle that's forged, which is very enabling. I think it's possible, for example, if you're looking for a new job, it may involve travel, widening your horizons, reaching people in different ways. Your influence can definitely exponentially grow with the warmth of Venus and the drive and the passion of Mars. It's a very, very exciting change. But also your ruler, as I mentioned before, moves on the 10th into Pisces. Now Mercury isn't at its best in this sign, and because it's obviously blessed in your sign and also in the sign of Virgo, it's known as being in detriment in the sign of Pisces, and it can lead to sort of a lack of clarity because Mercury basically prospers most through that mental clarity. So the wateriness of Pisces can distort things a little bit. But what I would say to you is that this gives you an opportunity to try to take the ideas that you've been germinating and show more ambition in terms of who you're connecting to with them. And there's a great opportunity to do that, I feel. Now, there is also a wonderful connection between the Sun and also Pluto from the 16th through to the 20th, right at the heart of this month. The Sun in the sign of Pisces is obviously very mutable like yours, it's flexible, but Pluto is a very anchoring influence, but it's very much to do with change and revelations. Maybe there's going to be an opportunity here to really start to feel more secure around your professional pursuits or around your finances. Maybe also this could be some inner changes that are going to be sparked. It doesn't have to be in the physical realm, maybe more spiritual. But the 18th does see a full moon, and this full moon occurs in the sign of Virgo, which squares yours. Now this full moon is also going to be impacted by Jupiter. In some ways I think this is a really good thing. It's just saying that Jupiter being in your 10th house is giving you a big appetite to do better in terms of your professional pursuits. And I think the moon in Virgo is just asking you to make sure that everything in terms of your support structures are working efficiently and you're not getting so caught up in those ambitions and being so busy that you're taking your eye off your needs. It may also be that someone close to you feels that you're too focused on your goals and ambitions and need to rebalance, recalibrate your attentions. And it could be that you do need to take their point in your stride. There's actually quite an abrasive link between Venus and Uranus, which occurs on the 19th, but also from the 18th through to the 27th, Mars in Aquarius is clashing with Uranus too. Now Uranus has been particularly problematic for Gemini people over the last few years because it's in your 12th house and Uranus is restless. The 12th house can be the area of ourselves we're less conscious of. It can be to do with spirituality, but it can be to do with our shadow side. Mars in your 9th house of truth, that points to me someone being quite aggressive, perhaps in a verbal context more than a physical one, of asserting their viewpoint, maybe about how they experience you? Or are you going to suddenly feel a welter of frustration come to the surface, perhaps to do with an old or painful issue, and you may feel that you do need to defend yourself in quite a strident way? But the 20th does see the spring equinox, and the sun travels into the sign of Aries, which for you is all about your more spiritual ambitions. It's about your higher purpose. It's about your friendships, your longer term future. But it will be when Mercury catches up on the 27th that you can start to assess just how this month has gone for you. I think when it comes to neat goals and ambitions, you're given a golden opportunity to make progress. You can make progress around finance. You can make progress around relationships. But if someone tries to clip your wings or stops you being too much of a free spirit, you could react around week 3, I feel. But as the month draws to a close, I do feel that there's going to be a sense that you've established some kind of holding position which makes you feel more secure, particularly in a more material context. So that concludes your monthly forecast for March, Gemini. All the best, take care, stay safe, and goodbye for now.